then cleared in to display. And this is an aircraft that operates from the stern of frigates and destroyers. Such an important role. It is an attack helicopter, but it can also carry out a large range of roles, often involved in search and rescue as well, like communication duties. But now is the time, with the Wildcat running in, to commence its display. This is the solo Black Cat. Speed lifts off, the aircraft will come into the hover for the first of its, I think it's fair to say, it's a characteristic manoeuvre. The nose up. Wildcat in service with the UK Armed Forces. This is the Naval Wildcat HMA-2, and there's also the Wildcat AH-1, which serves with the Army Air Corps. Now, unlike its predecessor, the Lynx, both versions have a wheeled undercarriage. You'll remember that most Army Lynx, not all, the Mark 9 later had a wheeled undercarriage, most Army Lynx had a skid landing gear, and the Naval had a wheeled undercarriage. Remember back to the Lynx with the Black Eagles, will remember the amazing backflip. I really like that manoeuvre for the Black Cat. You will see it again a little bit later on towards the end of its display. It's a kind of loop with a twist in it as well, very, very effective. As the aircraft comes back in front of you, you can clearly see the kind of grooves on its nose right on the front of the aircraft. That's the MX Westcan Electro Hospital device, carrying a range of sensors, very, very high power camera, very long range, both day and night, in weather conditions. Platform. The Wildcat's capabilities have been developed significantly since it entered service and began to replace the Mark 8 units with Royal Navy units, because these helicopters can be armed with marklet missiles, which they use for the destruction of small ships or swarms of boats. They've got the Stingray torpedo for anti-submarine work, and they'll be introducing in the near future the Sea Venom missile, which will be used against larger surface targets, I should say, such as corvettes or frigates. And then in the door, the Wildcat can have mounted a .50 caliber machine gun, and on board it can carry Royal Marine sniper teams, for example, for the knocking out of the drug smugglers. 85 Naval Air Squadron is the unit that provides the Black Cat Wildcat display, and Lieutenant Scott Sunderland, an instructor pilot on that unit, who is at the controls. So here we see the first part of a flat 270-degree manoeuvre, back onto the Z-axis. Around to reposition. And if you watch this display, just imagine this aircraft operating on a very, very small helicopter landing pad. We are talking sort of tennis court size, on the stern of a Royal Navy frigate or destroyer, in strong winds, in all sorts of weather conditions. There's nowhere to divert to. I'll just conditions are a little bit out of limits. I'm picking up the land.
display. It's now time to have your camera racing again. Comes into the holder, he goes down right away. The aircraft pulling up,
superficial similarities that originally became known as the Lynx Wildcat, now solely known as the Wildcat.
And indeed, positioning now for the final pass with a nice big waggle, so now is the time to show your appreciation to the Fleet Air Arm and to the Wildcats.
Sutherland completes his sequence on the Wildcat. HMA2 is back to Warbirds that we turn, and 2 reflecting in particular the recent 80th anniversary of D-Day.